Hey guys, what's up? Angren with another Diablo 4 Season 10 Spiritborn build guide, and we will go through the updated Evade guide. So let's gonna start right into the Chaos Unix. So I got 3 options prepared for you in a text document. First of all, the Tenacity with Band of First Breath, then it's the classic style, then second option with Sunbirds Setup and Harmony of Ebiwaka, and then also the Sepazontec option. So now the Tenacity and Band of First Breath, that's the one I played recently. It's the more classic style from Season 9. With the aspect of Tenacity, we have our resolve stacks always filled up. This will give us a passive 20% damage reduction. In addition, this will also give us more damage through our Colossal, 2% for each resolve stacks we have. And in addition, we're also gonna get more damage reduction through also Perseverance, 1.5% per resolve charge. So we get an additional 5 stacks of our resolve through the aspect of Tenacity, and we have kinda always the max charges. And we're also gonna consume our resolve stacks to do more damage with our evade. And if you're gonna triple crit and FHA, you will get a total of 10 maximum resolve stacks. So you will get up to 15 additional resolve stacks, which are around 23 resolve stacks. That with the Colossal would be 46% damage, and also with max would be 86% more damage that you will get through the aspect of Tenacity and Band of First Breath. In addition, it is also kinda the easiest option to max out your armor to get this on your amulet. So you just need to have elixir, or even the incense should be enough to get your armor up, and you also kind of need times elixir to get more armor, and then you will have 2.8k armor. You can now also get a skull into it, and then you should have enough armor get your max resolve to get your maximum armor. So you are kept with unyielding hits, because you need 3.3k armor to get the max damage out of your unyielding hits. I don't recommend to get this on the ring, because you cannot simply get 5k armor to max out your unyielding hits damage with the ring. So it's also by far the easiest options to get this, because Band of First Breath should be pretty easy to get. In addition, also Aspect of Tenacity should also be pretty easy with the stats. So it's kinda the best budget version to start, because you will get all rest to it, armor to it, some dex to it, and Band of First Breath will give you a strong start with your chart. So in addition, you also need 42% evade CDR through your boots and your ammo. So you will get this if you will crit at least once on your boots, and then also get a normal evade cooldown reduction. So you will have 42%, and then you can Perma evade with your Alacrity Chaos Pack, and then you don't need to weave in your Thunder Spike, and you also need to make sure you have +3 maximum evade charges. Could be kind of tricky, but if you have like close to max value, that should also be fine. So as I said, it's the first option. It's pretty strong in the early game, because you can get this pretty early. Now the second options, and we're gonna play now without the aspect of Tenacity and Band of First Breath. We're gonna lose 84% of our damage through the resolve stacking, but we're gonna get a total of 96% of damage. Why? Because of our Harmony of Ebiwaka and Sunbirds Setup. So through Sunbirds Setup, our Storm Feathers are now a Jaguar skill. That means that with our Eagle skill tag, the Storm Feathers are now Jaguar and Eagle, and that means that we're gonna get 96% additional damage through our both tags. And then in addition, thanks to the Sunbirds Setup, we can now make use of our potent on our skill tree. So we're gonna get up to additional damage to our targets with our Storm Feathers, and you're also gonna get strong passives with your chest. As you can see, I will have now really many of my passives. So I have 8 potent, 5 furnace, and also 8 to acceleration. So that's a pretty strong combo. But the problem here is you have an even harder time to cap out your armor. I will show you this in a minute. So you will get an Harmony of Ebiwaka as your pets. And as you can see, I only have 1.7k armor. You now need to have the ring with your armor value, and then you also need a GA total armor on it, and then you should be at 3.5k. So with the other version, you didn't need a GA total armor on it. That's pretty important. So you will get your max on your unyielding hits. And also, it can be kind of hard to get this combo, because you need Fists of Fate, Sunbirds Setup, Wuchen Akpa, and also your Harmony of Ebiwaka. And if you have really bad luck, maybe you won't have them now in the slots, because you 100% need your legendary boots, so you get your evade cooldown reduction on your boots as also your amulet, so you need to get them all of your 4 options. So I also have the Fist of Fate. This will give us 360% additional damage or a 1% damage. In addition, we also got the Wushinak Pa. It's pretty standard, so we can boost our Seeker Spirit Hall potency with our Sun Feathers. So in addition, we're going to lose the 360% damage with Fist of Fate because we need to use Loyalty's Mantle now at our helmet slot, which was reserved for Fist of Fate. So we lose a little bit of damage, but it should still be better than the Fist of Fate combo. So now also the third option is the Sepazontec, and with Sepazontec you don't need the Evade CDR, so you will get your Sepazontec on your boot slots. Then you also don't need your Aspect of Annealing hits. I don't have a Sepazontec yet. I farmed so many Chaos Unix, didn't get a Sepazontec, but your Sepazontec basically will let cast your basic skill every time with the third charge. So that means that we're gonna cast the 5-second cooldown reduction of our Thunder Spike with every cast. So that's the reason why we don't need our evade cooldown reduction, but you kind of need to weave in your Thunder Spike, so you need to cast a Thunder Spike and then evade. Don't like it that much because kind of need to toggle it on and then always cast it. So yeah, for the maximum laziness it's not good. The most important thing, it will open up the gateway to currently the best Diablo 4 Season 10 Spiritborn build and overall build in the game, the Evade Born with your Crushing Hand or Rake. You will use your Rake in with Evade and you need a Sepazontec, and this would be a perfect switch to get this going. So Sepazontec is, I think, the best option if you will also play with the Rake skill, which I will also do a build guide when I finally get my Chaos Unix Sepazontec. As I said, you doesn't need Evade CDR, you don't need a Thunder Spike Review because you don't need a 42% CDR, and it opens up the possibility, but for me it feels more clunky, and honestly it can also be hard to get your Sepazontec because you need no Sepazontec, you need Harmony of Epiwaka, Wushinak Pa, Sunbirds Setup, and your Loyalty's Mantle all on their slots. And yeah, I'm still trying to find the Sepazontec since 4 or 5 days and I still couldn't find it. This option is the best, but only in my opinion if you have all of the Chaos Unix. So if you have Sepas, Wushi, Loyalties, and your Sunbirds and Harmony, if you don't have the total combo for that, the other 2 options are way stronger, but after you got that, I would also recommend to you to play with that version because it's way easier to transition into the best build in the game. So if you still have some additional questions to the Chaos Unix and which you should take, just ask them in the comments down below. And for our curse packs, it's pretty simple. I will discuss now the option with Harmony for Ebiwaka and Sunbird Setup, and we're gonna use the Merc guard, so we only kept our life at 50%, but we get max stress, armor and increased barrier, but we can now use a Beast Cornered and we have a baseline of 100% more damage. We're also gonna use the Crazy Brew, so we're gonna get 100% more attack speed. We're also gonna use the Accelerating Chaos. We have a chance to reduce the active cooldown by 0.5 seconds of a skill, and then we use the Alacrity. This will give us increased attack speed, and it's also mandatory for our evade. So now for the gear, as I said, for the beginning you can leave Loyalty's Mantle on your helmet, but you kind of want to have this on your Chaos Unix. I have it on my chest. For Loyalty's Mantle, get your GA on all stats if you can get it, and triple crit also all stats, so we have more damage. Or if you still need some damage reduction, you can also go for DR. Then for your Sunbird Setup, you want to have a GA on Potent and Acceleration, and you also want to triple crit your Potent. It's by far your best bet to get more damage out of it. So then with your gloves, get the Wushinak Pa, get a GA on Supremacy and also triple crit Supremacy. This will give you a huge chunk of your damage. Then Harmony of Ebiwaka. Honestly, it's kinda not mandatory which things you should get, but a GA on damage reduction would be kinda the best, and also a GA on all stats, and then also triple crit your all stats for even more damage. And then for boots, currently I have the legendary ones, so then also you don't need movement speed. I still got them because I don't have a better option yet. And then also get armor, dex, and either max life or all rest kinda things you need. And for your tempers, get barrier chain and also evade cooldown reduction. As I said, need at least 42% to reduce. You can also get the Spectre Frost Sides, so you have more support and you can freeze than me for more death. So then for your weapon, get the Aspect of Redirected Force on a polearm because you got 100% vulnerable damage in addition, and with aspect of redirected force you will do more crit strike damage. For your FXs get dex, max life and vulnerable damage. Try to GA your dex, and then for your timbers, really important, primary eagle spirit hole potions, as also your storm feathers potency, and also triple crit your primary eagle spirit hole potency. This will give you a lot of damage. But then for your amulet, and as I said, you need to have the total armor CHA for this version, then also get dex on it, and if you can get it, get now also a GA on potent on it when you have your Sunbirds Setup. If not, then go for your acceleration. And for your timbers, get total armor, as also your evade cooldown reduction, and triple crit your potent. And then for amulet, for the aspect you also have the unyielding hits. Keep in mind you need 3.3k armor. Then for your first ring you have the conceded aspect. The second one, the vehement brawlers aspect, get dex, max life, and also always on it. Always is really important, both of the rings, so you can max out your always. It will help you with the Sunbirds Setup with 30% always, but it's still good to get like one always charge, and if you don't need it, just get something. Other things like vulnerable damage or crit strike damage. Also get the same on the second one. And for tempers, get your storm feathers potency, is also some seeker charges. Also, if you're gonna overcap your armor, you can also go for your spirit hole feather potency instead of your total armor on your amulet. But then for runewood, you wanna go for the gem quest. You're gonna get the earthen bulwark, and for your other slot you wanna go with the bug rune. You will activate the rune after travel at distance, and then also take things like a ohm rune that will increase your damage. So the skill rotation is pretty simple. Just press the Ravager one time, then cast the Armored Hide, then press the Seeker, and then just constantly evade. Cast your Armored Hide every 4 seconds, and then just evade. Cast Seeker every 10 to 15 seconds when you're not at max, and then always do this, and then you will have no problems to keep up your charges. And as you can see, I only got the cooldown because I had the wrong amulet. For Spirit Hole, get Eagle on both, and then for your skill tree, get your Thunder Spike, it's also accelerated Thunder Spike. For your core skills, get max into velocity, so you generate more vigor while you're moving. For your focus skills, max out unrestrained powers, also Apex and Mishman, and get 1 point in Ravagers, also replenishing Ravager. For defensive skills, max out Perseverance, 1 point in Fueled, and get Armored Hide, as also reinforced Armored Hide. Thanks to your activation of Armored Hide, you will have max of your Perseverance ranks for more damage reduction. Also get 1 point of counter attack for reinforced counter attack for more crit strike damage. Get some points in auspicious, I still don't know if it works with the piece cornered, and also get only points in the anti-venom if you need it for your rest, and I don't need it, so you can leave it out and get something other. And then for your potency skills, max out Brilliance, Acceleration, you can max out Fairness and Potent, and you can also go for Resilient for more max life and Barrier, and then for ultimate skills, max out Seekers, also Exalted Seeker, max out Supremacy, Resolution, Initiative, Intricacy, and also for key passive, get Vital Strikes. So for your Paragon Board, in addition, get your Talent as your first rush to your legendary nodes, Drive, then Convergence, then your Vicious Shield, then your Sapping, then get all of your Glyphs, get Check Bloom up first, then level up Talent, then level Kenny, then Spirit, and then Colossal because it's the least important one. And after you got your ranges to 45 and you got all of your Glyph node bonuses on all of your glyphs, then get your Runeers and also your Elementalist to get the maximum damage out of your Convergence, and then start to upgrade your runes with the maximum value of dex on the bonus ranks, as you can see here, and also Spirit here then for your rare nodes, and then your nodes here for your Kenny, and then you can get whatever you want. In addition, for our mercenaries, we get here with more armor. You can also get Subo for more crit strike damage, and for reinforcement, Allkin for more damage reduction. I hope I could show you a cool updated evade build guide. My next build guide is hopefully the best build that is currently in the game, the evade break, but I still need to get a Sepazontec as Chaos Unique. Maybe I will also get this is a budget version as a weapon, and then I will do a build guide on that. Please ask some comments, please ask some questions in the comments down below, and if you like this video, please leave a like and a sub, would boost my channel tremendously, and until the next video, bye.